Let's talk about weapons today. They have changed a lot of things since Beta 1, where cannons were overpowered and used in most cases. So, pulse laser, burst laser and beam laser now have 3 different versions, with standard version, low heat, focused and overcharged versions. Low heat usually means they are generating less heat, so overheating is less of a problem. Overcharged means they deal more damage but overheat much more, so if you want to shoot more frequently, use low heat weapons. Multi-cannons also have now 3 versions apart from standard: scatter spray, overcharged and high impact. High impact deals the most damage, but it also has less clip size and can shoot less rounds per second. Overcharged version of a multi-cannon can shoot more rounds per second than standard version, but clip size is smaller too. Scatter spray is a very interesting weapon, but you will need to have huge target and be very close to it, as they will shoot all over the screen. So if you can fly very closely to your target, then you probably can use scatter spray. But against smaller ships or from a distance, completely useless weapon. All weapons have fixed mounts and standard versions. You now have a lot of options to choose from. Make sure you always, before buying a new weapon, watch their stats and compare to your current weapon. And that can be done at any station's outfitting menu. Weapons that do not have gimbals and turrets are railguns, plasma accelerators, fragment cannon, missiles and mine launchers. All rest have fixed gimbal and turret mounts. I did not try missiles in Beta 2 because I do not see any use for them currently. In next beta there will be heat-seeking missiles, at least there should be. So maybe I will try them, but missiles usually are last resort weapon or a weapon for defense, used by bigger ships to scare away or kill smaller targets. And mine launchers currently are so useless that I will not include them in my overview as well. They deal almost no damage. To detonate a proxy mine, you will have to bump into it. And all proxy mines are self-destructing after 60 seconds, so you can't make a minefield around you. Probably that will be changed in next beta, as now mine launchers are completely useless. So let's start with pulse lasers. Those are the most basic thermal weapons, and when you buy a new ship, you will be provided with at least one lone pulse laser. I was not planning to use pulse lasers at all, but in my first day of playing I encountered my first ASP, and the pulse lasers did the job pretty well. I was really impressed how fast I could kill the ASP. So, even by being the most basic thermal weapons, they do very good job. Pulse lasers are available in all variants and versions, so fixed, gimbaled, turret, and low heat, focused, and overcharged. Next are burst lasers. Similar to pulse lasers, it's basic thermal weapon, but the biggest difference is the burst lasers are shooting in bursts of 3. So it's 3 times more effective than pulse lasers. The burst laser is available in all versions and variants as well. As you see from video, there are no targets that can't be killed with burst lasers even if you are in your Sidewinder. So it's very cheap and very efficient weapon, especially considering if you can get low heat version. The damage done is much lower than cannon or railgun, but the heat generated is lower as well. And in Beta 2 I have used this weapon most of the time, as it does not require ammunition, low heat version is very effective, and if you can outmaneuver your target, then you can use burst laser effectively and even kill Type 9 or Anaconda.
Target destroyed.
Now let's talk about the most powerful laser there is. Beam laser. Beam laser fires high energy continuous beam. It does more damage than burst or pulse laser, but it generates much more heat, and it's available in all versions and variants as well. The biggest disadvantage for fixed beam laser is that you need to keep your target in your aiming reticle all the time, and for some weird reason in Beta 2, gimbaled multi-cannons work much better than gimbaled lasers. So if you have enough power and you are good at aiming, then fixed beam lasers might be a weapon for you. Especially if you combine beam laser with multi-cannons.
Target destroyed.
Now let's talk about multi-cannons. Multi-cannons are basic projectile weapons with high fire rate per second. They generate less heat than thermal weapons, but they require ammunition. And multi-cannons are available in different versions and mounts as well. But the difference from lasers is that multi-cannon versions are called scatter spray, overcharged and high impact. Scatter spray is for shooting targets very close to you, as you will be shooting all over the place. They are very effective in very close range, point blank, against huge targets. Overcharged multi-cannons has higher firing rate than standard, and high impact multi-cannons deal most damage from all multi-cannons, but has smaller clip size. As you see now, I am using 4 multi-cannons together with 2 railguns, and that combination works very good. But as all those weapons require ammunition, you will need to restock your ammo frequently at stations. Also, for some weird reason, multi-cannon gimbaled versions are much better in Beta 2 than laser gimbaled versions. So many players are using gimbaled multi-cannons just because they are easier to use. Now let's talk about cannons. Cannons are high damage, low velocity projectile weapons that require ammunition. Maximum ammo is 100 and clip size is 5. So you will run out of ammo very fast. Cannons are available in standard version and as fixed mount only. Also you must keep in mind that velocity of different class cannons are different. As you see now in video, there are 2 aiming reticles for cannons, one for medium and one for small. Cannons are same as scatter spray multi-cannons, you must be very close to target, and target should be big enough for you to hit it. But if you do hit your target, then you can kill any ship very fast. I have tried to take out an Anaconda with Sidewinder and cannons, but ran out of ammo faster than I could kill it. So while cannons are a very effective way of killing things in close range, they are almost useless against fast and nimble ships or from distance. Now let's talk about Fragment cannon. Fragment cannon can be effectively called as shotgun cannon, as it fires 3 projectile rounds which scatter a little. So, same as cannon, you must be very close to your target, and it works better against slower and bigger targets than you are. Also, the ammo count is 100, same as a cannon. So you will have to restock your ammo frequently. As you see, from very close range, in point blank, against big enough targets, it works very good. But against smaller ships that are fast, or from distance, fragment cannons are not as effective. Railguns. In Beta 2, railguns now require ammunition, and maximum ammo you can have is 30 rounds and one loaded. So if it used to be pure energy weapon, now it's more like projectile weapon. But it does really great damage to enemy if you can hit it. Railguns are available only as standard versions and on fixed mounts. But it still requires a lot of power from your power generator, and it generates a lot of heat with each shot you take. But it's the most fun weapon I have used on my asp, because it kills sidewinders in one shot and cobras with two. Also, railguns can be combined with any other weapons. Especially good it works with projectile weapons like multi-cannons, so you can kill targets' shields with railguns and then just finish the job with multi-cannons. The only limiting factor of using railguns is 30 ammo maximum round size. And 30 rounds are enough for like 5 minutes of active fighting. And the last weapon is Plasma Accelerator. It's the most powerful projectile weapon, at the same time it's the slowest one. So you will not be hitting anything that moves fast and not in straight line. It's also available only in standard version and on fixed mount, and has maximum ammo of 100 and clip size of 5. So that's all about weapons in Beta 2. Let's see what weapons will be available in Beta 3.